listening to the constituents and making sure that we pay attention to those that put us in office. This measure, let me say, is not about Vietnam. It's about Vietnam and it's about the United States. Look behind us. That flag, the yellow flag with 3 stripes, is the official flag. Since the fall of Saigon, fall of Vietnam, we have to remember that more than 58,000 Americans, let me repeat that, more than 58,000 Americans lost their lives in the struggle for freedom in the country of Vietnam, and more than 1 million Vietnamese also lost their lives. And today, the folks behind you are here to say, let's keep the country of Vietnam accountable when it comes to human rights and religious freedom. Let's not send messages. When it comes to human rights and religious freedom. And they conclude, if I can, very briefly, sir, by saying that I invite all of you to come out like April this month, the celebration, a commemoration of the fall. Westminster, and join us so we can all remember together all those lives that were lost in the continuing struggle for freedom. Thank you very much, Council. Again, thank you.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, Council Member, and Vitor, Mayor of the City of Westminster, and along with me, Council Member Sergio Contreras and Council Member Kerry. Because of the increase of time, so we come up together. We are here to speak for our community, who strongly oppose the decision of forming a city relationship with the communist government of Vietnam. As you were aware, up to this point, communist government of Vietnam has still violated human rights. People and Vietnamese, including students, writers, and religious leaders are still in prison for speaking of democracy, religious freedom, and freedom of speech. The Vietnamese American community overseas will continue to fight for this right. Relationship between the U.S. government and the communist government of Vietnam, even at the local level. Understand these concerns. The city of Westminster and many other cities have passed resolution not to welcome any officer. Share for your understanding the concerns of the Vietnamese community. And I'd like to ask all of you not to include the city of Tran as one of the sister cities. And last but not least, I'd like to ask the President Governor, please stand up. United, we stand and we stand for freedom. Thank you.
We want real freedom. No fake freedom, man. No hypocrisy.
Followed by Mayor Pro Tem Dina Nguyen. Mr. Mayor, City Council members, staff, thank you so much for having me. My name is Chris Mott. I'm a Garden Grove Councilman. I'm here to speak on a very important topic, that is our friendship, relationship with Viet Cong. I was born in Vietnam, and I remember when my father fled the country after the war. I remember when my mother was interrogated for hours and days, weeks and months, because they wanted to know where my father went. I remember when our family was displaced from Saigon, our property was confiscated. 5 long years in Vietnam because he had some political connections to the South Vietnamese government. I remember that growing up as a child. And that was back in the 1970s, the late 1975. We fast forward 39 years later, that hasn't changed. At the latest mark, Vietnam is barely better than North Korea, on pace with Iran, and worse than China in terms of democracy, political rights. Equality for all, democracy. And also remember all these people behind me, my forefathers. They braved the high seas to escape communism, to escape oppression. Therefore, if it insult our community and our people, we were to accept and to invite An Giang here to Sister City. Thank you very much.
You are next.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. May I join Mayor Pro Tem Longway, members of the City Council. My name is Tyler Deal from the Midway and Orange County Sanitation District. Just briefly, this issue has consumed the attention of our community for the past 4 days. An online petition was created in early Saturday morning, and after 4 days of community outreach and informing our community of what is going on in the city of Irvine, we collected over 3,000 signatures we were very happy to hear on Monday that Councilman Agron has decided to withdraw his proposal, but I received a lot of calls the same day and they asked me, well, do we still show up, Tyler? Do we still show up? And I said, yes, we show up because Councilman Agron single-handedly offered this proposal. He single-handedly is withdrawing it. Nothing will stop him from doing this again next month or next year. So we want to be here today to send a very clear message that we do not relationship with any cities in Vietnam as long as this country resident to present to you the wishes and the aspiration of the Vietnamese community to the council president.
Thank you very much, Mayor Pro Tem Dien Anh Nguyen, followed by Mayor Michael.
Good evening, Mayor Joy and council members. God bless America and will continue to bless America. Let the song always bring me home to the U.S. I am delighted with reading tonight. I looked up the definition of sister and sisterhood, and it means female who are from the same mother or parent, and sisterhood is a number of women sharing the same social and political values and as such. I wanted to bring your attention to the impact this has on Orange County for the Vietnamese American community and in general Orange County. It is more than an insult. It is a financial, it has a negative financial impact on us, and I tell you why. Garden Grove has suffered since the 1990s when the U.S. opened trade with Vietnam. These people were able to use the money they sent back and be corrupt and got richer. So when they got rich, they went here to Orange County and they tried to buy land in Garden Grove. They tried to buy houses in Garden Grove. I'm a lawyer and I do business law and I do real estate law and family law. Many couples have come into my office and told me that they have a 20% down payment and they are pre-qualified for loan to buy a home. But every time they put in a bid, an investor company from Vietnam has bought them out, has overbid, and bought out the house in cash. In addition, our small businesses in Garden Grove have suffered. They are getting out of business left and right because these investors from Vietnam have bought out the land, the commercial properties that they are renting on. So the rent kept going up, and the business can't survive. So the suffering, young people are suffering. We are sister city, and Garden Grove is your true sister city, not Nha Trang.
Next is Michael Vo, followed by former Assemblyman Ben Tran.
Good evening, Mayor Choi, Council Member. I am Michael Vo, Mayor of Pham Thang. I ask you to oppose the friendship between the city of Nha Trang and any other city within the Social Republic of Vietnam. As you sit here making decisions, what's best for your city, Irvine, and the friendship should be programmed. Do your constituents know that Nha Trang is a hotspot or challenge for us? Do your constituents know that government Nha Trang has recently jailed religious leaders and opposition? Do your constituents know that the Amnesty International has recently named Vietnam, the government of Vietnam, as the worst violation of human rights? Mayor and Council Member, I urge you to do what right for your city. Do not endorse a friendship with the city of Nha Trang and any other city with the communist Vietnam. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Assemblyman Ben Tran, followed by Dr. Hu Di Vo.
Good afternoon, Mayor and members of the Irvine City Council. My name is Van Tran. I'm here to speak against Councilman Larry Hagan's consideration of a friendship-city relationship between Irvine and Nha Trang, Vietnam. Although Councilman Hagan has just withdrawn Nha Trang from consideration in today's council agenda, it is important that the councilman be informed why hundreds, if not thousands, of Vietnamese Americans, residents, made the effort to be here this afternoon to share the opposition to this ill-advised idea. Irvine does not need to make friends with a local regime led by a one-party central government that oppresses its own citizens' rights to free speech and arresting anyone who peacefully call for the freedom of religion, political diversity, or the right to free association. All the virtues and principles that we cherish as Americans are the very same principles that these unelected leaders of Nha Trang are working hard to suppress. Now, according to the 2013 Vietnam Human Rights Country Report, issued annually by our own U.S. State Department, and I quote, "The Socialist Republic of Vietnam is an authoritarian state ruled by a single party, the Communist Party of Vietnam. Authorities maintain effective control over the security forces committed human rights abuse. The most significant human rights problems in the country continue to be severe government restrictions on citizens' political rights, particularly their right to change their government, increased measures to limit citizens' civil liberties, and corruption in the judicial system and police," unquote. That's just the first two paragraphs of this 50-page report. Almost out of time, but in closing, Mr. Mayor and council members, Nha Trang needs real freedom, not quaint notions of friendship, especially with the worst this time. Not until Vietnam is truly free, respecting the same democratic values of its own people, will there be genuine friendship between Nha Trang and your beautiful city of Irvine. Thank you for your time.
Dr. Hu Vo, followed by Assemblyman Dan Wang.
Mayor Dr. Choi, Metropolitan Laraway, Honorable Member from Chi. My name is Udin Go, MD. I'm the President with me, American Community USA. First, I would like to thank all of you for giving me the chance to talk. And also, I would like to thank all the people coming today. We take off from work, some travel from San Diego, some from Pomona, Riverside. So thank you all who coming today to talk about cost. Mayor and Mr. Member, in 1975, the Vietnam fully under communists.